Ну, какого-нибудь медиума возьму. Плюс внутренний, ну, она просто... Вообще не знаю просто, о чем игра даже. Демоны ярости живут в зеркалах, они здесь как дома, даже самого точно, где можно ткнуть, если она глубока.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial
Бля, это новелла, что ли?
blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt.
Я ж ставил
You
русскую
don't have to
озвучку.
do
Ну,
anything
по-английски первый
anymore.
читает. Не сохранил.
Ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your
Блять, откройте мне меню. Почему я не могу зайти? Как уже это пуши знакомая чудовищная мысль, если ты не перервешь ее ход, то мясное родище еще и с ней. Глупо вытаскивать потерянную поверхность. Ведь трудом все забрался. Так порой стоила часть. Он уже непоправим. Останься же, нырни со мной. Алонс. Нет, прийти люблю более в жгучий свет. Теперь людей того, что не хотят не давать. Блять, что это?
Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Да, выглядит вообще полный кринж. Такое.
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Выдержишь, ты же победитель. Кстати, в этом ощущении верни меня без фото. Нет, я не боюсь.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull.
Где бутылку бери ее? Красного командора. Может он.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare cup.
Лишь не снять ключи.
It says whirling in racks.
Танцы в трепье. На колесе всего один ключ с цифрой 1 должен подойти. Танцы в трепье. Так, уебище. Ой. Русский и русский. Ага. Ага. Долбоёбы.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of
Вентили.
masculine energy,
Вентили из чего?
someone has
Зеркало.
ripped half the faucet off.
Куда у зеркала вентили?
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand, abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks, it's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold.
Wow.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive, for now.
Электрохимия. Опасно невозможно. А похуй. Что это, блядь? Ага. О, а чё?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do? The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Потянуть за вентилятор, потянуть за лампочку.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retinas. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained.
Алло, привет.
Привет.
Ёб твою мать, блядь, иди нахуй.
What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4.
Что пишете? Я ебу.
Hello, officer.
Март 51-го года.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. The young woman shakes her head slowly.
No. You're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool. I won't.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
Okay.
Whoa! Something wants to come out of you. A bit of vomit? Thankfully you keep it down, because your body does not control you.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On a fish couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Да, хай, похуй.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting.
And now, it never stops. Goodbye.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with... There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care. You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Exactly. It's measured, leveled through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you that was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. Mm-hmm.
Что это, блядь?
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling, man? Wait, what? No, he was just sleep.
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police more than they usually do, at least.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no. Oh, it's empty. That's the name of my employer.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? We're in the middle of a strike down at the harbour, trying to force some. For one, I could use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work, right to sleep, I say. We are the workers, the union. We know what we need. What's right? Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart, knows how to negotiate. They got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I just getting.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him.
Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you. His eye.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never. The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table. The worker isn't it? Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. On the counter, the man does not mind. You probably need them more.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and if an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be.
You realize he's waiting for your. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. You instinctively run your hand over the multi-patterned silk.
Don't worry! Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area, now that I'm here as well. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is still...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is of...
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a... But first, we have to take it down. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? We're in the city of Revachol, dear. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own. Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been... But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big...
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs, and while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and... Of course, sweetie, I really don't know.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should...
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. It means I can't use my legs. I was in an accident some years back, injured in the line of duty, as they say. Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. No problem.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her conditioning.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer. Of course, dear.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the...
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need...
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just...
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? She went away because none of your business. Extra fine. Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop. am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here, remember? Was there anything else? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that, then to your right.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy?
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
No, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
The lieutenant watches you fiddle with your horrific tie. Sweat stains forming under.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemon?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What can... Of course. Where to? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet.
In the west is the miracle.
The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. No, what do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that.
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally.
No problem. Me? I am just a gardener. I am pleased to meet you too. Of course. I won't hold you.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. Before you stands a motor carriage. Vapor emanates from the large. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheat.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the...
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat. Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a... The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
In the cabin, you see the frequency tableau lights up and a green button labeled Prime Line. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over...
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 00...
Received. Hold on.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malak. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to... There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Let's just say I left because you know whom.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Maybe, I don't know. No, not me. No, sorry, I don't. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like...
Garbage.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry. Yeah, go on. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird. The great Stewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were I've had sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass. Kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea. And then you screamed something about being the most boring person alive and how everyone leaves you because you're just so boring. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing... I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke. The ones I had to rent... Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she...
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. All sorts of things. From disco, rock to... Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to
10-22, the captain. This...
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs... He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ten-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Oh.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this.
What's going on?
Supercop here.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
No heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can...
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, coming officer. Over. Coming officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
The silence is almost deafening after you feel.
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you... Did we need anything else here?
A metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protected.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold and heavy. Useful for opening all sorts. The handles are long and sleek. It's robust, weatherproof, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't stop.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Hey there. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, all around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a...
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the mid. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics.
Time to arrest him.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargoes, they usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engine.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct.
Don't be a stranger.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a...
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong, but you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure...
Silence. The air between them. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers. It's about biological determinism, natural law. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge, you know.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved
Even if some people who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design, so naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Don't push your luck, Runt.
Скучная хуйня, блядь. Ой, тяжело. Пиздец. Это как будто вечность длилась.